There's one word that describes to me what makes a great bass player, and that word is consistency. We are, as bass players, striving to find consistency in tone, the actual timbre of the bass, of the volume of each note that we play, and of where we place the note in time. Regarding tone, there are various ways that we can get tone, especially from an electric bass, that do not involve the amplifier. This particular bass has two pickups, so I'll address specifically that. If you have one pickup, you have only one option for how loud the pickup is or not. So you find your volume with the volume control here. This bass has a volume for the front pickup, a volume for the rear pickup, and tone, overall tone for the whole thing. The tone I tend to leave almost all the way up or just back it off just a hair. Now I want to play a couple different things for you. And I'm just going to play a very simple pattern or a few notes just to give you an idea of the sound. I have both pickups all turned up all the way. See what this sounds like to you. And I'm going to play pretty much in between both pickups here. So here's what this kind of sounds like. Hear that quality? Okay. Check out what happens if I roll off or turn down the front pickup a little bit. It's a subtle difference, but can you hear it? It becomes more nasal, more mid-range. Now check out another thing. I'm going to turn both pickups all the way up and play near the back pickup. And listen to this sound. Now I'm going to do the same thing by turning down the front pickup and play it back here over the back pickup again. You hear those tonal variances? Those are things that you can get on your own. So through a combination of how much you have each pickup turned up and where your right hand is, you can get a fatter sound or a thinner sound. So if you're doing a walking bass line and you want to sound more like an upright bass, you might tend to use both pickups, and you can even bring your right hand so far forward that you get it up here so you get more of the resonant fundamental of each string, and it might sound something like this. Hear how that's an awful lot of bass? Great sound if you're in a small room with a small ensemble. Problems arise when we play in bigger rooms, and often we play in bigger rooms and halls. That beautiful, warm, fat bass sound does not translate well to the audience. So one of the things that we can do is keep all the pickups turned all the way up, but move our right hand further back to get a slightly more mid-range sound. Pretty good difference? Now check this out. What if you're still overwhelming the hall? Back the front pickup off just a little bit more, and it may sound thin to you. But chances are that kind of a sound, if you're overwhelming a hall, that kind of a sound will sit better within the ensemble to make it feel better on stage and not clutter the sound of the entire ensemble in the hall. But there are so many ways to get different sounds between placement of the right hand and the combination of pickups that this is where the good sound begins. Again, we're going to leave the amp pretty much flat. Try to adjust your tone from the bass itself or from your hand position. Now your left hand position on electric bass, a couple things are important. One is you want to get this sort of a claw shape happening. And I'm going to let you focus in on that a little bit. Again, you want to play more on your fingertips. And the fingertips are like little pistons, right? So if you get the claw thing happening, that allows you to be on your fingertips. And it allows you to get this claw shape going here. Notice that my thumb is behind pretty much my second finger. All right? So that is the general placement for the thumb. Directly behind the neck, behind the second finger, or between the first and second finger. This allows the hand to be freer, to have a wider range of motion from low to high, and to have more agility from note to note. At first, if this feels awkward to you, just tough it out. It will get better. I promise it'll get better, but this ultimately is where you're going to gain speed and facility. So this is the main thing to be concerned with this hand. You also don't want the elbow to be tucked in. Let the elbow be out.